Do I need to do the yeah? Come on in, come on in. What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? Percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler. Do I need to do that? If I need to do that, let me know. If not, I don't know. But yeah, what's going on? I said I was coming in at 7. Some family stuff happened, and family come first and everything like that. But still, I said I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm reviewing John Ridley's Black Panther run, the infamous John Ridley, the notorious John Ridley. Ooh, what do I want to say about this? Well, first off, I'm gonna start off by saying I had some high hopes. I had some extremely high hopes. I did, and here's why. We were told it was going to be a spy espionage type, type thing, and I was excited for that. I really, really was. Spy espionage, and so I got a few issues and everything like that, and going through the process. But this looked like a beautiful cover. Turn it sideways, let it do what it's gonna do. You see T'Challa, got a roar right there and everything like that. You got the look like what looked to be the intergalactic empire. Slide this on over. See Dora Milaje, Midnight Angel. See Shorty. See Shorty as the griot. That's what we see. Can we say that? We see Shorty as the griot. I apologize for the glare. We got Captain America. I was excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this. A spy espionage. What's going on, Mr. Smith? What's going on? Big Ruben, what's going on? I'm in this. So, well, yeah, what's going on? What's going on? So, yeah, I know. I said I was gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I hope y'all got time because we're going through all issues 113. So the cover was beautiful. Bass was in there. I saw her. I saw, I don't know if y'all seen this. To me, I'm gonna hold it like this because to me, it's just funny. Hold on, we're gonna get that back. To me, it's just funny because I don't know if y'all can see that, but we're gonna bring it right on. So those are the Wakanda helicarriers, right? Those are the Wakanda helicarriers, and we know that one of those Wakanda helicarriers is named the Bozeman. We know that. I know that. Y'all know that. We read comics. If T'Challa in it, we got it. It ain't no such thing as we ain't got it. What's going on? That's like my favorite art. Yeah, it is. You putting really in a blunt tonight. I'm finna roll him up like a fat one. Woo! The irony of that comment is what's really funny. But anyway, we even got Aurora on there. I had, you know what? I don't know the name of that group, but they had this song called I Had High Hopes. Remember that song? Thought that this was, felt like it was heaven sent from. Yeah, I had high hopes going to this. I did. John Ridley on 12 Years a Slave. I got high hopes. I'm not gonna lie. And so we didn't get to the first page. Book 1, The Long Shadow. I'm here for it. I'm here for it and everything like that. I'm here for it. The Long Shadow. John Ridley, writer. Juan Cabal, artist. You know what? I don't really care nothing about the artist. It was some good artwork. It was some decent artwork. I'm just looking at John Ridley as the writer, Kat Gregorowitz as the assistant editor, Will Moss as the editor, and C.B. Sobolski as the editor-in-chief. That's who. Don't tell me nothing about no Black Panther created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby because I can't tell based on how this played out. I can't tell. It's what we're looking at. Not gonna do that. I heard Black Panther rejoins the Avengers in March, so hopefully he's done justice in that. I'm hoping. First thing he need to do is put hands on Steve. Or Steve need to go apologize or something. So we go to the first page, T'Challa sitting in here and everything like that. And so let's just get right to it. No holding back. They taking on some, he taking on some aliens. We don't know who this is. We don't know why this is, but this what this is. They coming from someplace. You know, blow this thing on up. It's Cap and Thor, and they looking at T'Challa like he need to have all the answers. Doctor Strange in here and everything like that. Okay, cool. They need to come up with the answers. They get into a little fight, and it ain't really going the way, it ain't as easy as it should be, considering these just some common aliens, and this team consists of T'Challa, Doctor Strange, and Thor. It ain't going easy, and they don't know why, because they used to stuff going their way. Anyway, Doctor Strange has to use a basic teleportation spell. We're gonna keep it simple. We're not gonna get complicated. He basically used a teleportation spell, get him on up out of there and everything like that. Have a little conversation with. Oh, we gotta do something about that. That's the notifications. We can't have that on the live. Hold on. Let me take notifications down, because we're not doing that. That's disrespectful for no reason. Isn't it too late to talk about Really's Run since we are 13 and 15? Yes and no. And you're going to be like with Theo, what do you mean yes and no? See, it shoulda, not everybody reads. They don't. And they, will come at you basing their knowledge off of something they didn't read. For instance, T'Challa died for Shooter to become the Black Panther. You know how many times that statement has been made, and how many times the question has been asked, what issue? And nobody that made that statement can answer that question. So what this is, because honestly, I need content on my channel, right? And who else is reviewing Ridley's Run? It's getting a lot of reviews through articles and everything like that, but who's going through issue by issue? Nobody. So, sit back and enjoy the ride, and stop knocking me off my hustle. Trash it after his run is done. Why am I trashing it? See, that's a perception. If you lose a race and you come in last and it was 10 people competing, and I say, hey, you came in last, is that trashing you? Is that me making a statement? You came in last. Now, if you run a race and it's 10 people and you come in first, and I say, you was lucky to come in first because you low-key sorry, that's me trashing you. Or I could say, hey, you came in first. Both statements are true. I'm not finna trash him. I'm just going to review the story. Now, with all due respect, thank you. Jesus Christ. Let me finish before you judge. Judge not lest ye want to be judged. I don't judge you. I just tell it what it is. Your actions speak louder than your words. Anyway, so T'Challa and Cap are having a conversation. Pretty basic lingo. T'Challa and Cap conversation. And T'Challa says, so while I am now emperor of the intergalactic empire, I plan to run things from here by and large, and my role as king of Wakanda is shifting. So I may be around a little too much. Cap, like, can I have a word with you about that? Stephen, are you questioning me? I'm asking you, we all have other responsibilities, but a leader needs to lead. Read a lot of comics. I've read Stephen talk to someone like that. And I've watched cartoons where Stephen has talked to someone like that. I've actually watched movies where Stephen has talked to someone like that. That person was usually Tony Stark. Like damn near each and every time, if it wasn't Tony Stark, it might have been Scott Summers, and that was what? Avengers versus X-Men? But more often than not, that criticism of leadership was reserved for Tony Stark. They shake hands, they part ways. We get to the parliament, the new parliament building of Wakanda. There's the intergalactic empire. Where did the parliament come in at? Did Wakanda Prime succeed from the intergalactic empire of Wakanda? We have Prime Minister Folasade. I have no problem with the hair. Actually, this is some beautiful artwork. That's why it's like, listen, I'm loving the artwork. I'm loving the hairstyle and everything like that. I'm like, okay, we gotta. T'Challa's not the president. He's not the king anymore. They okay, all right, cool. We're gonna see what's going on. And so he's having a conversation with Achille. Now I like Achille. I did. Achille came in after W'Kabi. Gave up his life to protect Shuri. Him and Zuri. Okay, I got that. Got that. That's cool. Not a big fan of the Folasade look. That's cool. You know, hey, everybody got their choices. You know, I can't judge nobody for what they like or what they don't like. You know, hey, I like chocolate ice cream. People get it. You like chocolate ice cream? Yeah. I don't like vanilla. Ain't got nothing, I just don't like vanilla. Now, what do they call it? Metropolitan or whatever, Chipopolitan, the one with the, strawberry, vanilla, and ice cream. I like that. Now that's because you get the chocolate, the vanilla, and the strawberry, and it's like the perfect combination. But, Neapolitan, that's what that is. Anyway, so I liked it. Of course, you got Achille and T'Challa talking. And T'Challa said something that's, I felt was very T'Challa-like. He said, listen, I'm the type of person to solve problems. I ain't really here to keep talking about them. That's a fair assessment. From what we've seen about T'Challa, read about T'Challa, he really don't talk. We've seen this in cartoons. We've seen this. So I'm good with it. The aesthetic says look bad to me, Theo. It's once again, it's perception. You constantly interrupted me. Somebody might say it looked bad because you won't even let me finish. That's almost like Skip Bayless constantly interrupted Shannon Sharp. He won't even let him finish his monologue. You judging what I'm doing without letting me finish what I'm doing. You don't know how this is going to play out. Now, if you don't like it, come on now, respect is due at the end of the day. Let me do my thing. You don't like it, bash it or tell the truth about it. Right? Facts. I'm not the only one that's had an issue with John Ridley's run, and I'm not the only one that's done something about it after it's been done. Facts. Okay, come on now. So we get right here. Even though we do have the Prime Minister Folasade, she's the Prime Minister. She's asked T'Challa a question point blank. He says, Prime Minister Folasade, my perspective is that you should return the matter to committee where they can convene a panel to further discuss potential proposals to be examined at a later date. That's fair. That's T'Challa. He cutthroat. He's straight to the point. It's crazy. People hear and see what they want to see and hear. So far, I've given the verbiage that T'Challa is using compliments. So far, I've complimented the artist. So far during this video, aside from me making the joke about I'm finna roll him up like a Philly joint, I ain't criticized the brother yet, but have received criticism. Anyway, let's keep it going. So outside, you have T'Challa and Achille talking. T'Challa and Achille, they have a great relationship. Listen, I love the continuation of Achille in this particular storyline because I actually liked Achille when he showed up during Reginald Hudlin run. I liked it. I just liked his inclusion. Great character. I felt like T'Challa needed that friend and everything like that. And he's advising him. He's advising him. That's his friend. He's advising him, say, hey man, listen, it's a little bit, things are being run a little bit differently now, but lead from afar and everything like that. Wakanda gonna always need the Black Panther. You that dude. I'm with that. The truth is, T'Challa, we all have our secrets. That's a true statement. We all have our secrets. Everybody got their secrets. We introduced Santiago, Chile. Once again, beautiful artwork and everything like that. Like I said, I love the artwork. Got this beautiful sister and everything. They kicking it together and everything. I love that. Black love. That's what we talking about. And y'all got to check him out. Like, honestly, you see my dog got the nice little polo on and everything. My dog got the nice little polo. Got the shades hanging and everything like that. We come on up. Let me show y'all this right here. My dog got the nice advanced super duper earbud in his ear. Like that's what's up. I need one of them. I need one of them. And they having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Out in the open and everything like that. They talking, they chopping it up. Clearly they got a thing for one another. Girl, something that you should know. I'm in LOVE. You know we don't have to do anything. I'm okay just being here with you. They holding hands. I love that. Like I said, once again, that artwork is beautiful. But maybe it was here, though, during this panel, we should have known something was up. Things wasn't as innocent as we thought they were. Because if we blow that up, that young lady has camellia beads on her wrist. So, you can be an observant reader and everything. Like, wait a minute. What y'all got going on? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? As a matter of fact, it's the brother. I'm sorry. It's the brother that has the camellia beads on his wrist. And we get, waiter coming up, trying to bring him some little food and everything. It's all good. And bam. My dog missing the head. Straight headshot. The dog gone. Like that. I can tell you, I did not see that coming. I was shocked. Did he die? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't catch the camellia beads. I'm not gonna act like that. I'm not gonna act like I caught the camellia beads. Doing this show right now, this my first time. Okay, the camellia beads. Okay, so I'm not gonna act like that. I'm not gonna act like I saw the camellia beads during the first read. So it's like, okay, cool. That's what's up. So they got a lead dog. He says, I'm a Lolo move. I'm cool with the name. I'm a Lolo and everything. Sounds African. His name is Jai. They leaving, they running downtown and everything like that. So I guess they're the targets. They're being chased. Next thing you know, they get hit. Gonna turn it that way. Keep the screen steady. We go up. Jai take the hit and everything like that. They walk off. They say, hey, they using some high-tech gadgets to hide. I'm with it. This is billed as a spy espionage thriller. So I'm with it. I'm looking for it. I'm with it. And then both of them activate their camellia beads. And I can't lie. Like I said, the artwork I'm with. Like, that's a hard scene right there. That's a hard scene right there. That's hard to me. I'm like, okay. Now, to me, this was like, I really didn't know how to take this because I'd been knowing that T'Challa had spies all over the world and everything like that. So this was nothing new to me as a reader. I'm like, okay, everybody know the war dogs. Like, what are we thinking? Like, but then I understand people that play Footloose and Fancy Free with who war dogs are. But the war dogs are throughout the world. They're the spies. They're the sleeper agents. They sit in every continent, and all they need is a word from T'Challa to make a move if somebody get beside themselves. Now, the reason why they're in this particular status right now, to a degree, because Marvel really don't know what they want to do with Wakanda, Black Panther, T'Challa, anything Black Panther related. You got Hunter. So Hunter, because he ain't got good sense, the leader of the Hattusilize, the White Wolf, he didn't got the whole damn unit exiled, but crazy, because Achilles is now running the Hattusilize. So you still have those who are loyal to Hunter, because we got going on in Sam Wilson's comic book right now, Captain America, Hunter is leading, I guess, a contingent of the Hattusilize over there. But as this storyline is going to play out, you have some Hattusilize that are loyal to Achilles, but you also have some Hattusilize that are sleeper agents and loyal to Wakanda. And then you also have some Hattusilize that are sleeper agents and loyal to Jai. So it gets it's the reason why they say ignorance is bliss, because knowledge can do something. Too much knowledge can do something to you. So back to the story. These would be this is from issue 1. Yes, these would be sleeper agents, which should be Hattusilize. And which is crazy because once again, the Hattusilize are sleeper agents and they're all men. The sleeper agents are all men. The women guard the throne. Christopher Priest wrote that into writing. That's what that is. As a matter of fact, the Dora Milaje debut in issue 1 of Christopher Priest's run, while the Hattusilize show up in issue 4, led by Hunter. The Dora Milaje guard the throne. It was stated in Doom War that they have been guarding the throne for 10,000 years. They just further doubled down on that in the Wakanda Limited series that they're running with Queen Nahanda, who literally gave a charm bracelet to one of the doors, a charm necklace to one of the doors, so they could impersonate her on the throne while she went out and did whatever she wanted to do. This is all the while the dude that's writing the book right now is writing the book. Some of this stuff comes before he got this job. Some of this stuff is taking place while he has the job. It is. The Doras guard the throne. That's what they do. It don't matter if it's a female sitting on the throne or if it's a man sitting on the throne. The Doras have been guarding the throne for over 10,000 years. I didn't write that. The person that said that was Anika, the Dora Milaje combat instructor. I didn't write that either. That's what that is. So while I like this, I like to see the brothers and sisters standing together, fighting and everything like this. This really ain't how it's supposed to be. It ain't. But I'm still here for it. I'm still here for it. So we get this. Because they say, hey, we fight to the end. That's what Jai say after he didn't transform. He said, we fight to the end. And this mysterious person says, hey, that's cool. I'm with that too. Because we live to die. I'm with that. I love that right there. Once again, the artwork is beautiful. Like, I don't know who this is at this point in time, but I'm with it. Now, mind you, at this particular time, myself and Marcus from Back of the Bus are reviewing this particular comic book. And we did our own review of it, and I was stoked Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, honestly, I was excited. I'm like, oh damn, who is this? I'm looking at these costumes, and anybody that goes review, check that review out. Marcus and I will review Back in the Bus. We'll review Black Panther. John, I was here for it. And what I told Marcus was, I actually wanted that to be the Hatu Zadaze led by Hunter, because I hadn't seen him in a minute. I hadn't seen Hunter in a minute, and that's Black Panther lore that I actually enjoy. Like, I love Hunter as a character, and we don't get enough of it. And to me, it's a shame that they used him over in Captain America, Sam Wilson, when honestly, truth be told, we haven't used him nearly enough in Black Panther, as far as I'm concerned. We overuse Eric Killmonger. And as I told someone the other day, I don't want to see Eric Killmonger in Black Panther again for a minute. I don't. It's overexposure. I don't want that, because to a degree, his character don't evolve. Every time he come back, he just want to do the same thing. I just want to kill T'Challa and take over Wakanda. That's it. You went to Harvard. You went to MIT. That's all you got. So I don't bring him back with no symbiote. They kind of low key bought him in the Avengers run right now. He walking around with, what's the dude armor that's up in Asgard, the Doomslayer, whatever. That's how he. But I don't want to see that no more. But anyway, Giant Amalolo putting hands on him, and I'm like I said, I'm here for it. Put hands on him and everything like that. Put hands on him. They get into a fight. Jai pulls the death switch. Tells I'm sorry. Now, fake out. Should have known something was up. They said spy and espionage. That's what it was billed as and everything like that. So Jai gets wounded. He said, hey, listen. You go ahead and go. I'm going to pull the switch. We're going to make it do what it do. At least you safe. Okay, I'm with that. I'm with that. We see T'Challa sitting out there. What y'all got? No, I'm reading issue one. So, T'Challa sitting out there chilling and everything like that. He get a little something on his Komodo beat, a little alert. Amalolo want to know what's going on. She said, hey, listen. It ain't good. It's Jai. He fly over and everything like that. Got his shades on, looking smooth. She says to T'Challa, he like, don't say a word. I want to see the body. She said, okay. They go to the morgue. My brother looking disgusted. Busted and disgusted. Don't say nothing to me. Now, this is when I was like, hell no. He saw the body. He upset. They having a conversation about Jai. What's going on? He hurt. She feel like she came between him and Jai. And I was trying to figure out, how could she come between him and Jai? Now, there's only one way a woman can come between, well, not a one way, but there's only a few ways, and y'all help me out. How can a woman come between two men? They best friends. Let's have an honest conversation. Let's be transparent. A woman coming between two men, they best friends, and she done messed with both of them. They brothers. She done messed with both of them. They father and son. She done messed with both of them. There's only one other option on the table. You read the comics. It was heavily implied. That's what that option was. Now, I could go further, but we are reviewing this issue by issue, and let's have a fair assessment. T'Challa just looked at a dead body, right? What are his abilities? That's a fair question. T'Challa just looked at a dead body on the table. What are his abilities? Heart-shaped herb is in his system. So what should he know? Let's be fair. Let's be honest. How would this have went if this was Logan? What would we be saying then if this was somebody that was writing X-Men? We just saw X-Men. What was it? X-Men was Avengers versus X-Men versus Elemental versus what is it? Yeah, the Eternals. I just read that run. Marcus and I reviewed it. It's a very nice run. Logan was actually able to track an assassin based off the blood that he had on his blade from one of the five. That's how Logan was able to track this dude. T'Challa has the abilities to track you how? To trace you how? To hunt you down how? And yet T'Challa looked at a body. Now see, this is when the criticisms come in. But see, they can be considered constructive criticism. At the very least, I think they're fair criticisms. You want to write a spy and espionage story. You want to write a story. Well, see, the first thing you got to be able to do if you want to be a successful author, unless people are just going to give you passes, is you can't write yourself into a hole. If you're getting ready to write about something you know nothing about, you got to do your damnedest to research as much as possible so you don't write yourself in a hole. See, we're not going to mess with Shakespeare's character. No, that's not what we're going to do. And he goes way, way back. You know who else's characters we're not going to mess with? We're not going to mess with Stephen King's characters. No. I read it. I did. I read it when I was in middle school. I did. And that book played out on ABC when it came out the first time around in a two-parter. That movie played out similar to that damn book. And when they released it in the movie theaters most recently, you know what? That movie played out pretty much like that damn book. See, there's certain things we just not gonna deal with. We're not gonna tolerate with. We're not gonna mess with certain characters. We can say how we feel about Batman versus Superman, but you know how Superman died in that movie? It was the same way he died in the damn comic books. And you know what we knew about reading that damn comic book? That his ass was gonna come back in the damn movie. And you know what exactly happened? He came back in the movie similar to how he came in the comic book. Now they changed it a little bit to modernize it, but let's be clear. We knew what was gonna happen with that. But we seem to want to make excuses for this one right here. And if somebody goes over there and they criticize that material, we will say it's fair. But what we want to say over here is somebody trashing. No, we're not trashing. We're asking, why did you do this? We're asking, why did you do it? This is one of the most iconic characters in comic book history. This is the #1 Black superhero. Whether people want to say they like it or not, that is what that is. For Eve Ewing to be quoted in an article right now, I put it on D Reels, Be Real with D Reels live last night. She laughed when she read the final issue. Now I'm gonna say what I said to Brother Ray Smith before I came on here and did this live. I've listened to songs that have made me cry. I've listened to songs that have got me excited. I've listened to songs that have made me angry. And I've listened to songs that made me laugh. The emotion she said she felt when she read the last issue was laughter. She laughed. And low key, when you go look at the article, while she appreciate what came before, She's looking forward to starting home. That means she's going to restart T'Challa from jump. That means, shamefully so, she's going to low-key look past what came before her. And that is too common when it comes to this character's story. Folks don't want to keep telling them stories. That's why we got characters just sitting out there. And we don't know, Taku, Venom, and they still alive. They still alive. We just not gonna use. Where's Monica Lynn at? What we doing? You introduce a character with Bruce Wayne back in the 70s, that character is still damn around. Might be low-key irrelevant as hell, but that character finna pop up somewhere. Hell, even the damn Calendar Man then popped up where? The Calendar Man. Y'all not gonna get the Condiment King. The Condiment King. Oh, y'all saw the Condiment King in the animated Adventures of Batman. Me, Mr. Smith, and quite a few of us read that damn comic in the 70s. Where's Akibi at? Where is Akibi at? Where's Baron McCogre at? Where? Rich characters that can be used that haven't been used, but we want to either recycle the one that we think is the most popular character, or we just want to ignore every damn thing else and introduce some brand new characters. I like Tosin. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I like him. I like the killing. The shame of it all is that in issue 12, the dude basically tells you he killed off Achilles just to introduce Tosin. Not Tosin, my bad. He killed off Achilles just to introduce Jai. When we keep reviewing these stories, you're going to be like, damn, so Achilles died for nothing? Just to legitimize Jai as his best friend as opposed to Achilles. Damn shame, because we had already lost Wakabi. Woo! Anyway, so we get Shorty. They having a conversation. T'Challa want to make sure it's in secret. She like, Jai, of course, he's dead. He died years ago. Boating accident. That's when T'Challa got to let it be known, hey, no, he ain't really died. He was out there. And she sounds surprised. She's been a Black Panther. Now, regardless of whether Reginald Hudlin decided to show the Hot that Isaiah doing his run, regardless of whether he wanted to do that, or Jonathan Majors, not Jonathan Majors, the author that came in after him to write Power and everything like that. Regardless of that, what Black Panther don't know the Hot that Isaiah out there? Because one of the former leaders of the Hot that Isaiah is T'Chaka. Y'all like, Theo? No. As a matter of fact, after T'Chaka, it was Hunter. After Hunter, it was T'Challa. Thank you, Mr. May Smith, Jonathan Mayberry. So, regardless, what Black Panther don't know that the Hatu that Isaiah sitting out there? Low key, what Black Panther don't know they out there sleeper cells? It's the Black Panther's responsibility to keep up with them. Just like it's the Black Panther's responsibility to keep up with Skybreaker. But hey, who am I? The girl's dumb sugar. Said dictators don't pretend to be more than what they are. Democracies pretend to be free and fair when they are not. That's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. It's a fair statement. So Shooty's acting surprised. She's like, you faked the deaths of 10 brothers and sisters and sent them out into the world to just wait for you to tell them to assassinate people. I'm going to say it one more time. The Hatuts that I say are sleeper cells. They do sit out there in the free world. They do wait for him to say assassinate people. He tells them to go after them people, that present a clear and present threat to Wakanda long before they get started. That's literally their job. It is. They got a little sadistic with it when Hunter was running them. That's why T'Challa disbanded their ass. Do we really think T'Challa disbanded them? Now, we ain't getting on Bruce Wayne's ass about none of this stuff, but let's be clear. I don't want to keep saying this. We know the Hatu Zaraze are out there. Just because someone chose not to write them don't mean they don't exist. I know damn well for a good little while, just because they chose not to write Gwen Stacy ass did not mean she didn't exist. She is around and kicking. She is Gwen Poole. She Gwen Stacy. She Spider-Gwen. Good God Almighty Jesus. Anyway. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. So she seemed surprised that she knew that he had this. Like I said, this to me, you gotta kind of respect the writing, the history. So T'Challa tells Steve he wants to quit the Avengers. That's what Steve insinuates. T'Challa says, that's not at all what I said, Stephen. What I said is that I need to take a temporary leave of absence as the chairperson, and Steve cuts him off. Didn't we just talk about this? Didn't we just agree the Avengers deserve your full attention? At this point, we're just writing what we want to write. Because I read the Avengers. One, that roster always rotates. It does. I done read quite a few issues where the full roster wasn't in play. Because folks had stuff going on in their own comics. Never got disparaged like that. I've seen Bruce, and I don't want to keep saying it like that, but I've seen Bruce tell Justice League, hey man, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Next man up. So, and Cap says something that's very uncap like, you have our trust, you always do. I just wish we had a little more of your commitment. Do what you have to do. I'll tell the others, Rogers out. That's awfully official. Rogers out. Okay. So, see a young lady telling this dude down the street and everything like that. And literally, she telling the dude she telling this to T'Challa. Now, I don't see, who tells, who's sneaking up behind T'Challa? Who that then trained with T'Challa think they finna sneak up on T'Challa? Like, where you think you finna be? That he don't know you within vicinity, especially if he just got chopping it up with you. Especially if he think you might have had something to do with someone he loved dying. Like, how you finna? Now, see, this is what we would do, is we would sit up here and say, I gotta remain downwind. We're gonna write this. I gotta remain downwind from either Logan or Victor Creed, because they gonna smell me like, hey, make sure you remain downwind, because if a boy get a whiff of you, it's a wrap. But what Logan and Victor, where you finna be, they don't know you at. Like, and we gonna write this. We gonna write this. Like, this is one of the other things where people be like, man, do this, man, do that. You ain't give it, man, shut up. I be wanting to say some other stuff, but I be trying to be respectful. The thing is, we all know how this finna play out when Logan come into the MCU. We know how his senses finna be played out. We know how they finna be talking about how this dude finna be feral. We know what this dude finna be like. We know this. We know this, just like we know it was complete and utter BS. The fact that they sat up here and said, oh, well, William Hurt is the character that he played is 3 months after he had passed. Hey, we recast it. So I believe in equal energy. Let's keep it consistent. Keep it going. So anyway, We get this nice little play out. I'm gonna turn it sideways so y'all can see it. Says here, T'Challa, you're going into this blind. You have no idea who or what you're after. Are you ready for what comes next? We get this. T'Challa looking at Aurora. Look like him facing off against Steve Rogers. Then we look like it's him. Amalolo, surrounded by the Dora Milaje. We're like, man, what's going on? Okay, cool. All right. Up next, T'Challa and Amalolo make a mad dash across the globe to try to warn the other sleeper agents before the assassins can get to them. Meanwhile, Shuri makes a startling discovery. Let's go and check it out. Black Panther 2, another beautiful piece of artwork. That's another beautiful piece of artwork. I don't care what anybody say, that's beautiful. The Long Shadow, Book 2. T'Challa goes in, he's hollering at all the sleeper cells. Once again, there's some inconsistencies here because we know who the high toots of Isaiah are by now, so we're not going to do that. But hey, it is what it is. You got to be here for it. They go to visit a couple. They have a conversation with her. She like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. And y'all be like, well, Theo, do you have an issue with women being Hatu Zaraze? I would answer that question with, do you have an issue with men being doors? Now, if you don't have an issue with men being doors, then you know what? I'm going to be open to women being war dogs. But if we not finna do that, then we not finna do that. If we gonna do it, let's do it. That's what I'm here for. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I have a problem with Shooty as well that nobody talks about. I spoke to Theo about it earlier. So, you know, that's where we at. So the young lady, the queen, she say, I ain't leaving. I can respect that. Then we get to see Shooty's abilities where she morphs from a flock of ravens. Who knew she had that ability? She morphs from a flock of ravens and she turns into a griot form. I think that's lovely right there. Once again, the artwork is beautiful. She's replaying the attack based on the information gained from the Komodo bees. She's replaying the attack on Giant Amalolo. She's doing some more stealth work. She goes back from a human form to her raven form. I love it. We're using her abilities. We're giving some more shine on her. We see the couple. They're sitting here eating their dinner. The young lady that's out in the field and everything like that, she's sitting with her family. And she transforms. And they're being attacked by the same assassins that attacked Jai and Amalolo. Once again, I'm here for it. I'm like, okay, got the assassin. I'm still wanting this to be Hunter at the end of the day. And I'm like, I'm hoping this is an updated version of the War Dog uniform. Matter of fact, Hasbro. I would like to get a Giant Amalolo action figure. Tosin, help flesh out my Wakanda. Gentle. Oh, let's get these assassins too. Let's get them. Let's get them. I want to get all that because I'm like this. If you're gonna introduce these characters to me, they're part of Wakanda's lore. They're part of Wakanda's mythology, and we don't have to keep getting rid of one set of characters and bring in a new set of characters. No, let's just keep expanding them characters because honestly, truth be told, somebody said it, and it's just a consistent fact. We can't keep having addition by subtraction. So now we finna have another Black Panther run, and we finna get rid of the Black Panther run that came before. Like that can't keep being what we doing. Like we gotta build upon these stories at some point in time. And if I really gotta ask the grind with John Ridley, it's the fact that he didn't build upon the story that came before him. That's a fair criticism in and of itself. But let's keep going. So we see this lone warrior, and he's facing off against T'Challa. And they going at it. They going at it. Buddy actually cuts T'Challa. Now, as long as you cut against the weave of his vibranium weave uniform, you'll cut him, and that's fine in and of itself. Except, y'all tell me which high toots that I say putting hands on T'Challa. I'm gonna wait. Because see, like I said, I read comics. And I seen Logan get dropped off in the Hellfire Club, pissed off. Some cats that was armored pretty heavily. And they had guns. Forget swords. They had guns. Automatic rifles. And ain't not one put hands on Logan. Not one. 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 And I know I didn't see T'Challa and Logan get into it. I have. And so we not thinking this character is gonna put hands on Logan. For this character, for that character to put hands on Logan, that's got to be the big bad. You got to be right below the big bad. But what you're not gonna be is you're not gonna be a common henchman putting hands on Logan. That's just what that is at the end of the day, right? So T'Challa catch the blade, slices Buddy's arm off. Well, Buddy like, I ain't going out like that, and he disappeared. Well, he blew himself up basically. Blow himself up. So T'Challa and Shorty link up. They throw up the deuces to one another. They leaving. Said, okay. She left T'Challa with a little gift, the Wakanda air jet. That's love right there. That's sisterly love right there. Mm. So far, so good. I mean, it's a nice story. It's got some huge plot holes in it. I'm really not seeing any respect put on what was going on before, but hey, we get this scene right here. We're gonna go back to it. You see the jet right there and everything like that? That's cool. And T'Challa says, I'm a Lolo. I'm a Lolo. You see Bass? That's his, I'm guessing that's his senses. And these assassins show up again. Like, I'm liking their uniforms. Like, they say, hey, we here. And just to let you know, we live to die. Next up. I like that. That's sexy. That's sexy right there. Y'all see Aurora sitting on it? Oh, man, I love that right there. That's sexy. What does it say? Next up, T'Challa goes to seek counsel from Storm on the newly terraformed Mars. But will it be a happy reunion? As the Black Panther has ulterior motives. Or is you know what? It's my reading glasses. So let me turn it like this. Let me not do that. Let me start acting like I'm like that. So T'Challa versus the X-Men of Mars. T'Challa goes to seek counsel from Storm on the newly terraformed Mars, but this will not be a happy reunion as the Black Panther has ulterior motives for his visit. Plus, to celebrate the 200 Black Panther comic, there will be 2 bonus stories, one by celebrated cartoonist Junie Brewer, that is BR, and the other sees John Ridley debut a mysterious new Wakanda hero who will play a major role in the future 80th his country and his king. In the future, both his country and his king. Gonna play a major role in the future. Okay. Major role in the future. Y'all let me know if y'all want to keep going because I don't want to bore y'all and everything like that. I'm just looking at it like because we at what? We almost at an hour. Where we at? We say, Ronnie, not a single one that you know of. Or Shorty, what problem do I have with Shorty? Was she upset with T'Challa for having sleeper agents without her knowing? I think what we miss sometimes is the history. Is he going to do all 13 issues in one night? Ray Smith Hickman created the King of the Dead mantle. But John really didn't do anything with it. He was the one who wrote this story. So although he missed a couple of Black Panthers, let's see here. Glaring inconsistency, have a problem sure that nobody talks about. Supposed to, I said a competent writer would not have done that. Byron Smith, I want to make sure I get it in here. Zuri was called the butcher for a reason. He was. What Black Panther sins of our fathers should Black Panther sins of our fathers should let everybody know just how, he don't play. Like that's and that dude was a big Black Panther. He was 6'2", 6'3", if I'm not mistaken. So let me see, Theo. That's how we know John was kicked off the book. We won't see Tosin do anything. And listen, I keep going back to that comment. The fact that she said that she laughed, because I was like, I could have said if she'd read like that was touching the way he did. I'm like, oh, I'm looking forward to this. Like now, I mean, either way you're looking forward to it. She didn't say she was like, I was sad by it. She was like, it was funny. So it was like, she made her laugh. So I'm like, okay, if it made you laugh, because it's not like we haven't been laughing throughout his run already. So if now she's so see this me. Folks want to get mad when I'm saying something, but she said she laughed and she getting ready to take over. So is it okay? Anyway, we in issue 3. We got them sitting right there. They got it on. They getting ready to activate the Komoyo beads, and they letting it go down. Like, no, we it's going down. Don't even worry about it. We here. We here now. We here now. And they want all the smoke. T'Challa, Amalolo, they want all the smoke. But this be one of them times I'd be like, maybe T'Challa taking on about, because he is him. He him. Okay. If it's Batman and Robin and they fighting like, if it's Batman and Robin or Steve Rogers and Bucky and they fighting a group of people, aesthetically speaking, the way this finna play out, because I didn't seen it, is if it's 10 people and any of them characters that I just named fighting in their normal twosome, the one that's not the sidekick is finna take on the majority of them, and it's finna go down. And the one that's the sidekick probably finna take on like maybe 1, 2, but the one that's not the sidekick finna take on the majority of them. In this particular fight scene, everybody taking on everybody. And I'm just gonna say that one of these people is people can say what they want to, but if there's human and then there's superhuman. And I think we do. Let me go ahead and say this. I think we put too much stank on it. And I'm gonna go ahead and clarify it. People, feel free to agree, disagree, and everything like that. I think when it comes to power scales, the way I look at stuff like this, and I'm not saying everybody looks at it like this. The way they list Captain America and they try and say uh, Captain America is that he's like the ultimate human. Okay, I'm gonna take that one. So how fast we say he running? Okay, well if he's running like that, he's superhuman. You lifting some tons. You superhuman. You lifting some tons and you moving. You lifting because I know people that can lift but can't jump, and I know people that can lift but can't run. Well, Steve can do all of them. I'm fine with that. That's honestly, don't say he's human. He's superhuman. Because I don't care if Daredevil is just Daredevil and he ain't up on nothing, like he ain't enhanced or nothing like that. Steve knocking him the hell out. I don't care about all that. Steve knocking, because all Steve got to do is catch him one time. Steve knocking him the hell out. One hit a quitter. I'm gone. If Steve hit him in the body, he breaking something. Because he's just human. See, he don't really have regenerative powers like that. I know that his current storyline, he jacked up on something. But no. Matt Murdock is just a human at the end of the day. He is. Him and Steve ain't on the same level. Guess who else ain't on Matt Murdock's level? It's not T'Challa. Now, here's the differences. We know Logan being who he is, he run faster than Steve. Logan jump higher than Steve. Logan is quicker than Steve. Logan at the end of the day is still human though. So Logan ain't swinging like Steve. So when Logan, he not throwing blow for blow with Steve. He better use them adamantium claws. Well, watch this. T'Challa, just because of his power set, is faster than Steve. He's jumping higher than Steve. He's quicker than Steve. We saw them write this in the later and one of the most recent issues of the Avengers when they took on the Squadron Supreme, when he basically maimed their speedster. He said, "Yeah, you fast, but you ain't quick." It slashed both that dude's Achilles like it was not. That dude lay up right now hurt because he can't run no more. And y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all know that's what that is. And T'Challa didn't wrestle down some rhinoceros. Like, let's so yes, both of them are superhuman. So we can stop trying to blur the lines between this, that, then the third. We want to hold. No. Mike Tyson is not swinging blow for blows with Steve Rogers. And I don't care how much weight you lift as a regular human. I don't care how jacked up you are. He is a super soldier. You getting one hit acquitted. That's what that is. Okay, same difference with the dude who's up on the heart-shaped herb. Y'all don't care who you are. The dude that's knocking down rhinos and everything like that, 10-ton rhinos, you getting one hit acquitted. This ain't no fight scene. These regular humans they fighting up against. This ain't Batman and Robin. this not the Green Hornet and KO. T'Challa was supposed to fade this by himself. There's not one enhanced superhuman on the field. Not one. Ain't nobody on his fighting level. None. This really shouldn't have went like this. Ain't no. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm over here. So, I'm a Lolo doing her thing. She putting hands on people. She done shot somebody. T'Challa like they gotta go and everything like that. They dipping. They getting their jet and they dip. They out. Back in Wakanda, we see Shorty talking to Achille, and like I said, I'm here for. I like the Achille. I like building on characters. I like building on stories and everything like that. We see T'Challa and Shorty communicating and everything like that. Deep space. That's advanced Wakanda technology right there. Huh. You would think with a technology like this, where they can have a conversation where she's in Wakanda and he's in space, that they would have been able to stop the Talokan. I'm sorry, I'm being petty. But anyway. Yeah. No, no, no. Seriously. See, now y'all finna get mad. No, no, seriously. You know what? I ain't never seen Atlantis in space. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to be funny, but like, I ain't never really seen it like where Atlantis was like, we finna go to space. Now, I didn't see Wakanda be like, we finna go in the water and do some stuff and everything like that. And I didn't see Wakanda be like, we finna go to space, like literally have an intergalactic empire. And it's crazy because I'm like, we had the intergalactic empire storyline complete, finished. We was actually on John Ridley's run. Like we reading John Ridley. And what happened to Atlantis? I mean, so what happened to Wakanda? You wouldn't think a civilization, a country that's advanced enough to go out into space and set up an intergalactic empire would just get done like that. You just wouldn't think that. You just wouldn't. Um, but hey, I get it. I get it. And T'Challa Amalolo having a conversation. He asked, Amalolo, was Jai happy? You know, he says, I'm a king, and we all, as you say, human. I sent Jai away from home, and I took him away from you. He lived the life I made him live. What did you tell me about regret being useless? And what did you tell me about owning up to remorse? Like, here's the thing. It seemed forced because up until this point, while I was holding out hope that the assassins were members of the Hattuts Tazze, that was because there was a rich history tied to it that I wanted to see fleshed out. I wanted to see those characters be paid off because they're part of Wakanda history. Um, like as I said, we seen them characters come into play doing a Christopher Priest run, so they meant something. With Jai and Amalolo, it was like they just got thrust upon us, and as readers, you're being asked to accept these characters as pertinent to T'Challa's history. That's what you're being asked to believe. You've never seen these characters before. They're not referenced from any previous issues, but as a reader, you're being asked to accept the fact that these characters are significant in T'Challa's life. There's no emotional attachment whatsoever to these characters, but you're being asked to. What's going on, K-pop? Hope I ain't missed none. I left for a second. No, we still here, Ruby. You're being asked. One, we're already being asked to suspend the realm of believability because these are fantasy comic books. But even in and of itself, you still want the stories to be meaningful, impactful, and make sense. And the fact that you're being asked to accept brand new characters, not as brand new established characters, but characters that are significant to this character's history. When this character's history goes all the way back to 1966, you're being asked to do a lot in 3 issues because what we're reading is that T'Challa is disturbed. As the reader, if you're a long-term fan of T'Challa, you're asking yourself, what is he disturbed by? I don't know who this cat is. That's why I believe in building the characters up. There's nothing wrong with introducing new characters, but you gotta establish the characters that are there. That's why, honestly, when you get to the issue 12, when he uses Jai to basically admit that he killed Achilles off just so he could have Jai there, I ain't gonna lie, that bothered me. That really, really did. If you see me talk to Chillmonger about that issue and everything like that, that issue bothered me because I'm like, for what? So so a character that somebody else created, and that somebody would have been a brother. Ta-Nehisi Coates created the killer. That's his character. So you kill him off for what? Like to me, that was the thing because it's like I can be mad, and I've made my thoughts about John Ridley's writing on this character way more than obvious. But ask Mr. Ray Smith if I would get rid of any of them characters that he created. Ask him. Ask him. He would tell you no. I wouldn't. I would use them because they are now established as part of Wakandan lore, history. Do right by them characters, whether they're going to be bad, whether they're going to be good, whether they're going to be neutral, but use them the same way they've used characters in other universes. That's all we asking for. We're not wrong for asking for that. It bothers me that we got to wait three months basically for this to come. It bothers me to a degree that she like, hey, I'm looking at doing my own thing. God damn. It's comics. But don't tell me if I love comics, I take the comics too seriously. I love comics. Some people take football too seriously. Some people take Alabama too seriously. Some people take Ohio State too seriously. So let's not do that. You're allowed to take seriously what you do. Saying stuff like that, you're basically being condescending and acting like you don't as well. Stop. Be truthful to yourself. I'm truthful. We love reading these comics. We love the character. So we're going to accept great things about these characters, and we're going to be critical of the things that are not so great about these characters. That's just fair. So anyway, we get to Mars, or as we like to call it, Planet Orocco. And Gambit comes up and everything like that. He's with Aurora, which to me was kind of useless because Gambit is just basically used to throw shade at T'Challa. He like Stormy said her ex-husband was coming by. Gambit wanted to make sure you ain't here to break her heart again. It see when you read comics, you would know that Gambit and Aurora really ain't been like that in a minute to the point where she can't handle her business like that. So when Gambit step up like that, you like, okay, what that for? What's that for? What's that for? Now what we're getting ready to do is we're getting ready to get into something that was a reoccurring theme in this comic book. Ain't people like it because it's starting. Let me see. So yeah, it started when? Because we on issue 3 right now. How many fights T'Challa been in? How many? Okay, and then we got Gentle. Hasbro, can we get this action figure? We got Gentle and everything like that. T'Challa then took half his mask off. And Gentle gets big and he backhands T'Challa. Now T'Challa's response was, oh, I'm trying to watch my YouTube algorithm. His response was, oh, ish, and got backhanded. T'Challa on the ground. Gentle jump up in the air. Now Gentle then jumped up in the air. He done jumped up in the air. Now I guess, because this does play out. I'm putting a little stank on it right now. This does play out later on, and I'll tell you why. Because at the very least, this didn't fool somebody. At the very least, this didn't fool somebody. But he putting hands on T'Challa. I mean, good God Almighty Jesus, he putting hands on T'Challa. And Aurora got to calm brother down and everything. Like, she's like, hey, chill out. I got it from here. And once again, the artwork is beautiful. I'm loving the new update on Aurora's costume and everything like that. I'm loving it. She and T'Challa sitting outside. They catching up on old times and everything like that. Seemed pretty good. We would love for these two to get back together. Wouldn't you love for these two to get back together? I would love for these two to get back together. Because as I stated on my live on Wednesday, I didn't live long enough to see the Reed Richards, Susan Richards have not one, but two children, and both children are now teenagers. What I have not lived long enough to see is for T'Challa and Aurora get married and have a child of their own. I have lived long enough to see Luke Cage and Jessica Jones have a child. I have. But I ain't lived long enough to see that. I didn't live long enough to see Logan have I don't know how many children. And even though I ain't seen Jean Grey give birth to a child, how many kids she got? Oh, Lord. Y'all think we wrong? Anyway. And they said that, you know what? That kiss gave me some hope. That kiss gave me some hope. I was like, because that's a passionate kiss. Like, I don't. That's boy, look here. Boy, look here. Boy. That ain't make y'all feel some type of way. It made me feel some type of way. Ooh, we finna get this right here. Boy, look at here. Boy, that first of all, I know y'all like, Theo, you being silly. No. Just honestly, like, to me, that's a powerful image. Like, somebody get that, make that a painting or something like that, and we just say the hell with everything else Marvel got going on. But that's a powerful image. Just look at that. Look at that. I don't. That's powerful. Like, you could literally have that in your living room, and you can't go wrong with that. And you ain't got to tell nobody who it is. You don't have to say who that. Like, who that? It was just a nice little drawing, little painting, something like that. I saw it and I thought it was, nice and everything like that. So I decided to have it. That's beautiful. That's a piece of art. It's a powerful message. The gentle roll up, T'Challa, and everything like this. Hey, man. Ooh, drop the knowledge. See, that's why I like to rock with me nation. Because y'all be dropping bars in here. Like, for real. Y'all drop bars, and that's what it's all about. I'm not even going to do that. But someone's like, we were being too critical. We need to do something different. I'm like, one, you don't know what we do over here and everything like that. And if I'm going to tell the truth, I'm going to tell the truth. If I said somebody's writing was great, I get that deal, but actually it is a toss-up between Taku and Wakabi as to who his best friend is, not Achille or Jai. No. I'm not debating that, Mr. Raceway. I'm just saying, like, because honestly, Taku and Wakabi should still be there. But what I was saying is, like, the fact that you kill him off, I'm like, man, here we go. We know Taku is still living, right? And even though Ta-Nehisi Coates didn't use, even though Reginald Hudlin killed off Wakabi, it was an honorable death. Like, even though Azudi died and everything like that, you saw them dudes go down fighting. Like, that's that Wakanda spirit. Those deaths were meaningful. They meant something. Do you know how arrogant John Ridley got to be to write Jai literally saying he used Achilles to kill him off just to introduce his own character? His death served no point. It didn't. I know I like Wakabi. I like Taku. Hell, I want Taku to come all the way back. I do. I want because I want to see that. Like I want to see that because I think it deals with stereotypes out there that need to be eradicated and everything like that. So I definitely want to see Taku, but it bothers me to see a character just get just wasted, and that's what Achilles was. Like we'll never see Achilles like we saw. Watch this. To your point, we'll never see Achilles like we saw with Copy. Never. He ain't never get a chance to get on that level. Why? Because the dude that came in after the character was written in didn't even respect the character, which tells me to a degree you don't even respect the writer that came before you. I'm just gonna keep it right there. Keep it right there. So yeah, we got these two dudes. We got these two. Yeah, Theo John really should not. Listen, stabbed himself. And that's what bothered me. Because to a degree, when somebody would rather kill themselves than be persecuted for no damn reason, watch this. What did Eric say at the end of Black Panther? No, I would rather just waste it. This is when we find out though that Gentle is a spy on Morocco for T'Challa, and he and T'Challa were just playing it out and everything like that, which is cool. So we saw that. So being fair, while it did look bad aesthetically, it serves the point of the plot. Gentle is now this would make sense. Gentle essentially is a Hatut Zeraze. Gentle is a war dog. His job is to be on Morocco. Do you know who would know that the Hatut Zeraze exist? It would be the queen of the Black Panther. Yeah, I'm with Theo, right? How you know that? Oh, well, the Black Panther did, both of them, both Shuri and T'Challa, they did fight the Black Order. Aurora was still there. She was trying to, be low key, get back into it with T'Challa. I want to don't come around here. Do you know who was present when the Black Order invaded Wakanda? It was the Hatut Zeraze. I'll go you even further. When Avengers versus X-Men, Aurora and T'Challa were married. Do you know who invaded Atlantis and slaughtered the Atlanteans? It was the Hatut Zeraze. They was married. You don't think she know? She know they out there. You don't think she might have had an idea because Gentle is Wakandan? You don't think she had an idea in the back of her mind that Gentle was there? Now, let's look at the fact that these two characters are in love with each other, at least written to be in love with each other. And we know the only reason why they're not together is because of editorial decision. So if let's look, because we're already being asked to suspend the realm of believing. Gentle should be a builder figure in what. See, you feel, wait. Now, if you're doing it like that, hold on now, because I want to make sure. Why did Storm not understand Gentle as spot? Don't make no sense. In X-Men Inferno, I think when Emma and Jean went in Storm's mind, it showed all kinds of hints of Storm being pregnant and that T'Challa and Storm's child would bring together the mutant empire. Ooh, I want that so bad. I'm saying a lot of I, but I'm pretty sure I speak for a lot of them. Like, why we can't get that? So, Gentle should be a builder figure in a way with Hunter, Achilles, Wakabi, Taku, and Zuri. Hasbro, did y'all just hear? Let me read to y'all one more time. Per Kamo Your Kid, Gentle should be a builder figure in a way with Hunter, Achilles, Wakabi, Taku, and Zuri. Now, you know what's so sad about that? That wave would sell. Would not sit on the shelves. It would. It would. That way. Now watch this. People could say what they want to say about that wave when they do their action figure review. That wave wouldn't sit on. Yeah. Anybody like, Theo, how you know that wave would sit on the shelf? They black action figures. Don't get what happened during this holiday season confused with what takes place, period. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I know collectors that got Darwin. I know collectors that got Darwin, and I know action figure collectors can kill that Darwin action figure as much as they want to. If you collect X-Men action figures, you got Darwin. You don't really have a choice. It's some people that are that, what's what I want to call it. That I know y'all looking for the word. Ad Bashinga. Listen, just give me the whole Black Panther, because you're giving me all these comic books with Wakanda and everything like that. You know what? We're gonna wait, I'm gonna do this last issue. Do this last issue. To be continued. To be continued. So we'll pick up tomorrow. We'll pick up tomorrow with the backstory to this. I think it's a backstory. And after tomorrow, after the backstory, because I don't want to keep y'all too late. It's Friday. Y'all got things to do, and I ain't mad at that. So after we pick up this backstory, what we will wind up doing is we will wind up heading on over to issue 4, if I'm not mistaken. Double-sized issue and everything like that. So yeah, tomorrow we'll head on over to issue 4. I ain't gonna hold y'all. What I will do is go through these comments and everything, because I definitely appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. Let me go through here. Wakabi understood T'Challa's spirit. Taku understood his soul. Absolutely, and we need to see that. Marvel even broke up the Marvel. Blue Marvel and Monica Rambeau just recently did. I know myself and Marcus have talked about that in our review of Photon. So I kind of got mixed feelings about it, because it seems that we can't get the constant. And like I said, I've lived long enough to not only see that Franklin Richards and Valeria Richards have grown up, they actually have action figures. And this would be Franklin Richards. I think this is actually Franklin Richards' third action figure. He had an action figure with Toy Biz. He had an action figure with Hasbro, and this would be his second Marvel Legends Hasbro action figure. And when he was the little action figure, he had blonde hair, and now he got black hair. So I'm like, so it's just some things that you would be looking for and everything like that. But I'm gonna keep up with these notes. He stabbed himself. How the vibranium weave prevents that? Again, incompetent writing. Right? Unless you slash along the grain, you're not penetrating the vibranium weave uniform. And he ain't got super strength, so he ain't doing that. He's not doing that. And Wakanda, why this storm not? Yeah, I don't know why she didn't get that. Does not make sense. But that's why I say it's, as a writer, it's your job to know what you're writing about. And I would like to think it's your job to care about what you're writing about. Because as a writer, especially when you're taking over projects, I would like to think that you would take into consideration that there are people that have been rocking with these characters long before you took up the writing chores of it. And I think we have high expectations for anybody that takes over a Batman story. I think we have expectations of somebody that takes over a Superman story. It's at this point right now, when you look at the X-Men comics, how do you go back? When you look at who wrote for the Eternals, how do you go back? You can't. You're getting some great writing on these stories. So when you write these characters, why do you not have the respect for the character? If you don't respect the character, it's safe to say you don't respect the fan base. Now, people say what they want to about how he wrote this character, this, that, there, and the third. I have my own take on it, and I'm not ashamed to say it for what it is. Could it be that because it was two white guys that created this character, you got black men in their feelings? So they're going to do everything they can to tear this character down because they weren't the ones that created it. We do have one of the writers on this book saying what? The dude in the kitty cat costume? We do have a writer for this book saying that this dude wasn't his favorite character. As D really alluded to last night, you have some people that aren't going to be able to write for this character, even if it is their favorite character. But at the very least, I know that person would care. And if we're looking for responsibility, everybody wants to say John Ridley, John Ridley, John Ridley, John Ridley, John Ridley. Okay, I can give John Ridley some responsibility in this. I can more, and I'm gonna give him his fair share of criticism. But what about the editor? What about the assistant editor? What about the editor in chief? What was the purpose? People look and say we be overly critical and everything like that. You know what it is? It's because you're only looking at one slice of the pie. I didn't look at the whole damn pie. Quite a few of us looked at the whole damn pie. Quite of us have ate the pie, got a piece of the pie. We ain't just look at it, and we sat there and not just enjoyed the pie. We sat there and analyzed every taste of the pie. Like, you know what? I've had cherry pie before. Let me see what this cherry pie tastes like. We tasted cherry like, So you look at how T'Challa got treated and What If. Give me the happy story. I'm gonna wait. That's fair. That's a fair, because if all you know is just the movies, what happened in the cartoon series? I'm gonna wait. Lunch food, okay, abducted with your whole history altered, changed up and everything like that. Shot in the face with a sonic blaster. That's it. We can like the artwork, we can appreciate the voiceovers and everything like that, but that's what that was. Ain't nobody tell not one lie. And this was coming off the heels of folks knowing this dude was going to be killed off in the movie. Okay, you sit there and you look at the movie and people are like, no, you just need, see, you just looked at the movie. I looked at the cartoon and the movie. I also had an issue with him letting Zemo live in Captain America Civil War when I knew that wasn't how that was going to play out. I also had an issue with him being more mad at Claw for stealing than he was mad at Zemo. That didn't make sense to me at all. But I said, okay. Then you sit back and you say, what's going on with the comic book? So you dragging him, you finna kill him off in the movies. You didn't drug him in the cartoons low key. Ain't nobody paying attention to that. You didn't drug him low key in the cartoons, and you dragging him in the comic books, but you making money off of his merchandise in the toy stores. Even in the latest action figures they dropped, how many Black Panther action figures did they make a part of that wave? Well, first you got the legacy Black Panther, which was the Black Panther from Captain America Civil War. That was that. Then they gave you a Black Panther with the vibranium mesh uniform on. You got that one. Because they don't get it twisted. That action figure was part of the wave, whether they admit it or not. Them dropping it months earlier ain't no different than them dropping Shooty's action figure as the Black Panther months after. That's part of the wave. Don't get it twisted. So you got that action figure. Then they dropped the action figure that looked like it could low-key be the Black Panther. It is low-key the Black Panther from the early run of Black Panther. So in a movie in which the male Black Panther was not set to show up in, they were going to kill him off. I'm going to address that in a second. You pushed how many action figures out there for him? To hold down that wave. And when you think about it, what action figures were people buying from that wave? Okay, then you say you're killing them off. I don't agree with that decision, but even with that and still, you killed off the guy by saying he died from a mysterious illness that required him to take another dose of the heart-shaped herb. Another dose of the heart-shaped herb. Then you turned around, well, before then, You said this movie was a big send-off. Honestly, people say it was a beautiful movie. You can say that, but how many minutes were actually spent on the burial scene? And it wasn't even a burial scene. He went up in the sky. So you don't even know where he went to. Even though hardcore Black Panther fans was like, if you send the dude to Necropolis, at least we'll know you're looking at the storyline. If you send the dude off to Necropolis, where all the Black Panthers go, at least we know you paying attention to the source material. No. Then you had Shorty take the artificial herb. She goes to the Dajaya. As Ashura would like to say, she went to the Dajaya. Who did she see? Eric was never a Black Panther. He was never embraced by Bast. And where is Bast? These are all fair questions that Black Panther fans have a right to ask. But when we ask these questions, the only questions people get hung up on is the fact that we said recast T'Challa. Yes, we did. And we're not finna go nowhere from that. Hell, you want us to say bring back Ramonda? We could throw that in there too. Low key, we said bring back Eric, but not like that. Bring him back alive. Give him that redemption story they gave Loki. I was getting ready to say Bucky, but what about Hunter, the White Wolf? What about that character? What about those names that they don't mean anything? These are characters. We literally gave Hunter's character to Bucky. And for what? Just for him to go back and be the Winter Soldier? We sat it down. We literally gave Io's role to Okoye in Black Panther 2. For what? Does she need to be a Midnight Angel? Okoye is strong enough in and of herself to carry a series. She don't need to be the Midnight Angel. That's not her role. The Midnight Angels could have got their own show, Anika and Io. They didn't need that. We talking about fleshing out these characters though. What about Shuri? Every Black Panther fan say, hey man, and we not saying Shuri shouldn't be the Black Panther. We know that. But she also is the griot. They gave her damn artificial intelligence her damn name. Nobody caught that unless they were comic book fans. Nobody appreciates that or knows what that signifies or what that could represent. She don't evolve. We want these characters to evolve. That's what we want. That's why we get mad. This dude is sitting at 200 and some issues, legacy-wise. Okay, it ain't just T'Challa sitting at 260 some issues, legacy-wise. It's Wakanda as a whole. And every damn time somebody comes on and they got to not add on, but they feel inclined to I'm just going to ignore what went before. That sets it back. Well, damn, ain't that crabs in a barrel bucket mentality we've been talking about for years? And I'm like, damn, that stereotype need to die away in and of itself. It's not wrong to point out the flaws. Pointing out flaws is how you get better. And you got to be open to constructive criticism. You don't get better unless you're open to constructive criticism. I've had a lot of y'all come on here and give me constructive criticism, and y'all know I appreciate every last one of y'all for that. I really, really do. And some of y'all that come on here and just give criticism, and I let you be known, hey, if that's just criticism, I ain't got time for you. Know why? Because criticism doesn't help a person grow. It doesn't. It never has and it never will. Constructive criticism, because you listened to the person, heard the person, learned the person. That helps a person grow. So yeah, we're going to get on up out of here and everything like that. My wife is beckoning. I have some chores I have to do around the house. But tomorrow, we're going to pick up with the second part of that story in regards to issue 3, the backstory, and that. And then we're going to go issue 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. Get them on up out of here. I ain't saying, I'm just saying I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Hold on. Y'all left notes, so I ain't going to do like that. I ain't going to do like that because I like the notes. Y'all give me a lot of energy on Wendy. Come on, your kid, I want that. I do. The Wakanda 2022-2036, been lit. Hey, we going to make it do what it do. Before you go, there's an annual that has T'Challa and Storm married in the future with children. You know, Mr. Smith, all you got to do is hit me on my inbox. You know, I'm going to go take a look at that. Black to the future. Definitely. Yes, Ruben, thank you. Listen, Ruben, thank you for so much, man. Always rocking. Listen, you are a wealth of knowledge, and that's the whole thing we be talking about on Recast the Charlotte, Council of Wakanda. Each one teach one, my brother. You are a wealth of knowledge. And I don't know, it should have tap out because you know what? I like it because it should have keep me on my toes at the end of the day. And I can't do nothing but respect that. So, hey, you got to have that person that's going to challenge you and keep you on your toes and everything like that. So it should have, if you're here, if you're not, I still want you to know, my brother, I rock with you because, yeah, you keep me on my toes. Let me see. I do want that. Y'all start, man. Somebody get in with Hasbro and go tell them we need a Black Panther wave. That's for real, Because we need Mosi and Bashinga for real. We need that. Hey, Miss Theo, that was the craziest part when it came to the whole Black Panther 2 movie storyline to me. It was. I don't be knowing what be going on with them. Yeah, so yeah, y'all come back. We're gonna drop with me tomorrow. Come back, holler at me tomorrow. Also tomorrow, I got my college game show. Not college game show. College game show. I have my college video show called Repping the Red. We talk Georgia Bulldogs. We talk top 25 college football. We talk SEC football, and we don't have no downtime. We don't have an off season and everything like that. So we're gonna keep y'all in the know. As I always like to say, y'all, it ain't about being right or wrong, it's about being accurate. So we're gonna continue to be accurate, even with our football knowledge. And if you got some constructive criticism to help a brother get better with that, we looking for that too. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.